After playing outside on a hot summer day, there was nothing better than drinking water right out of the hose. It was just so cool and refreshing. Nothing better, of course, except for if you had one of these in the cupboard. Oh yeah! A bucket of Kool Aid mix. I should do that again. That could be a lot better. Oh yeah!
Well, back in my day, let me rephrase that. Back in my day, we didn't have the fancy stuff with all the sugar already mixed in. You had to do it yourself. You had to follow the directions and add the right amount of Kool Aid mix to that pitcher of water. Then we're just going to eyeball it here this morning. And then what you would do is you have to add the right amount of sugar. Once again, we're just going to eyeball it real quick here. But sometimes you would, of course, want more Kool Aid. So what you do, you guessed it, you just add more water, which would then dilute the mix, making it taste more watered down. So, of course, then you would have to add a little bit more powder and maybe just a little bit of more sugar to that mix. But then you would think, I want it a bit stronger. So you would add more mix into that Kool Aid, or maybe you would want it a little bit sweeter. Oh, maybe a lot more sweet. That sounds good. Ooh, maybe that's enough. So you would add more powder, more sugar, but all of a sudden what would happen is that would be so out of balance. Sometimes we do that in terms of faith. In fact, there's a balance that you may hear talked about, and that is the balance of law and gospel. The law convicts us of our sin, showing us what we've done wrong. The gospel shows us the love of God and how he covers us, our sin, in grace. It's when we add too much of either that we fail to understand the depth of God's love for us in Jesus Christ, who forgives us, but also calls us to new life. In our reading for today, Jesus is warning followers about a group of religious leaders called the Pharisees, that they would add more law to that gospel message of grace, making it bitter and hard to swallow. See, when it comes to faith, may we always keep things in the right balance. I wonder if that's balanced. Well, maybe a little bit more sugar. Ha ha, perfect.